Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. First things first, just want to give a shout out, to you all for all your support. Posted a few things on Instagram. Well, the reason I've not done many videos is because I did catch COVID and I was really ill with it, really bad. And to be truthful, I just lost the will to really do anything. I just didn't have any energy, didn't have any get up and go in me. And basically I was just like flatlined. I just didn't want to do anything. So, that's the reason why I haven't posted anything. But hopefully I'm going to be back now. I'm going to be posting a few videos and stuff like that, and get back into doing what I love. I was definitely contemplating just shutting the whole tanks down. That's how bad it got. I just didn't have the will to do anything. I was just like thinking, you know what, I can't be bothered with it all. Let's just shut it down and stuff like that. But thankfully, when Mrs. talked me into it, said, you put a lot of time and effort and money in it. And, I'm glad that I didn't go on my first impression and shut the tank down. But what I have been doing though, was I was trying to do a few of the little videos, especially on the KH Keeper Reef Plus. I tried to look over it, and then lo and behold, it recorded well, but there was no sound. Now, I don't know why there was no sound on it. I don't know whether I had it on mute or anything, but for some reason, it wasn't recording with the sound. Like I said, completely new. I didn't have a clue, only until I tried to watch them all again. So obviously, I haven't done the full review on the KH Keeper. But I am going to talk a little bit about it, my first impressions and what I actually think of it, and if there's any downsides to it. I'm also going to show you a bit of the tank, the corals, because obviously you've not seen it for at least 3-4 weeks or so. And then explain what else I've done. I don't know whether I'm going to break this down into 2 parts, or whether I'm just going to carry it through and just do the one video. But obviously you'll know, because I'll let you know at the end of the video whether I'm going to carry it on, or whether I'm just going to leave it there. But first things first, let's talk about the KH Keeper. First things, the first impressions of it was fantastic. Slightly bigger than the original KH Keeper, but basically in general it was the same setup. You used the same app, the Reef Factory app. You used the same app, and the calibration and stuff like that is all exactly the same as what it is with the KH. Now with this one, it says that you might not have to do as much of the recalibration as you did on the other one. And I've got to admit, over the last 4 or 5 weeks I've had it, I haven't calibrated it at all. It has notified me that it needs to be calibrated, so I'm going to do that either today or tomorrow. But the calibration is exactly the same. You just basically calibrate the first tube, which is there. That's basically the calibration from what's going in from the tank, and then basically you do the calibration of the reagent, which is this nozzle here. What it does then is, once you've calibrated it, it's exactly the same. It fills the beaker up to 60 ml, then doses the reagent into the cup. It's got a magnetic stirrer with a magnetic plate on the bottom, and this starts to turn, and yeah, it does it. Now the one difference with this is, on the original KH Keeper, I think it was around about 20 minutes, 18 minutes it takes to do a test. With this one I found that it's taking around 24 minutes, so it's about 6 minutes difference. I only noticed that the other day actually. I didn't really pay much attention to it, and then I heard it. I mean, that's another point with the sound. The sound is fantastic. You really do not hear it at all. The only time you do hear it is if you've got no TV on, or the room is completely quiet. When the TV's on, you don't hear it at all. I can definitely vouch for that, whereas the original one was quite loud. This one comes with the stepper motors, and it comes with the more advanced pH probe. Now this pH probe is supposed to be laboratory tested, and it's supposed to be a quality one. Now, tested the pH, and it is coming back in the same ballpark. as some other test kits that I have used. But is it going to be really accurate? Maybe not. You know what I mean? But I'm not really interested in the pH probe, if I'm perfectly honest. The more I am concerned about is the actual alkalinity and whether that is more stable or not. And I can actually vouch that I've tested with the Salifert test kit, the alkalinity test kit, the Hannah checker, and then obviously this. And I've actually tested it. I was dosing this every hour, so obviously for literally a week, and it was literally coming back near enough identical to what the Hannah checker was doing. So you know what, I'm really happy. I've reduced my alkalinity now down to 9.3, 9.4, so it stays in that ballpark. What I'll do is I will post either a screenshot or I'll post like a picture of it up probably around about now, and you'll be able to see exactly what I mean. It's literally identical. So I'm really happy with the way that pH, with the way the KH keeper is actually running. There's definitely no problems from my end, and I'm just thankful now that, you know, it's actually working, and I'm happy with it. Obviously I was unhappy with the original one, but you know, things happen. Sometimes we don't like things, and I think I just had a real bad issue one. You know, that was it. But you know, at the end of the day, we get bad things in all our walk of life, don't we? You know, something happens in a car and stuff with the washing machines and fridges. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's probably just one bad one that's just got through quality control. But like I said, guys, really happy with the way that is. Really chuffed with the way it's running. Changing the subject from that now, going back onto the tank. As you can see, you'll probably look and you'll probably think, hold on a minute, is your fill of your garden there? It's got the green one back, which was originally in the tank, and then it's also got the Dragon Soul, which is back in the tank. Now obviously I put them in my nano, but I decided to bring them back into here, and I've actually raised this up. I got the rock, and if you're wondering why and how, and that is because I've actually shut the nano tank down. Now, no real reason. I've got rid of the old lot. All the coral went. Well, the cheaper coral that I had, all that went. Sold the AI Prime as well, and the majority of the stuff, and now I'm just left with a stand and this little tank. Now, for me, it's not going to be any good to me now. I'm going to just, like, obviously leave it now. I'm not going to bother with it. But it was great while it lasted, and to be truthful with you, it just basically ran itself. But I was doing water changes, and when we're feeling down and not 100%, I did lose the will with it, if I'm perfectly honest, and I didn't want to neglect it. And then also I had the clownfish obviously that was in it, and then I had the yellow blenny. Now the yellow blenny, as you can see, guys, the gap was here, so you know, you're looking at what, an inch or so. Yeah. Decided to jump out. It landed on the floor just there. Put it back in the tank after I put it in a bucket with water, just to basically see if he was going to survive. He survived. Went into the main room and came back out, and he was on the floor just there again. So, you know, it was so depressing. He was jumping out of that same little tiny gap there, which is crazy. But I had to have that gap because, if you remember, I had the filter, and then I also had the skimmer there, and then the light there. So I had to have the cutouts. But yeah, it was so depressing. And then, so he sadly passed away. There was nothing I could do. I think his swim bladder just got damaged with him being out. I don't know how long he was out. He might have been out half an hour or so. And yeah, I was just peed off with that. And then the following day I came down, looked to feed the fish, the 2 clownfish, went to see, and lo and behold, there was only 1 clownfish left in there. I looked, and he wasn't on the floor, but he was at the back. So he jumped out, so it was like kamikaze. fish. They just did, obviously, they wasn't happy, and yeah, they basically jumped out. So I've got that nitrophos there, which I used to dose in here, just to keep the tank stable, literally dosing a mil, and it's completely full, really full. So I'm not going to use that because I don't use any of that sort of stuff in my mains display, so that's there. So yeah, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So if you guys are in the Manchester area, or you want it, or whatever, yeah, just hit me up and we'll sort it out. You can have it. But like I said, going back onto the tank, that's the reason why I moved these corals into here, and they are looking really good actually. And I think that's because when I moved these out, this one and this, my KH was like 11, so it's fairly high, and I just don't think they settled. Now it's 9.2, 9.5. They seem to be like perfect. The Indo has got three, 4 heads. The Holy Grail has got 2 complete split heads, and it's getting into a 3rd. So it's looking really good. Really happy with the way that's going. But like I said, I took this rock out of the Nano, and I've basically built it up. And as you can see, I've got all this real estate now. So this is going to be covered with SPS, guys. Maybe some cheaper ones just here, but we are going to have some special one just on here. This Barley Green Slime was just here, just because it was on the floor, just there. So I'm just going to keep him there for the time being until I find that super special piece, and then we're gonna get that off, or we're gonna move him maybe just round here. Might move him just onto this ledge here or there, but he's gonna have a place there, and then hopefully he'll base out, and it'll be great. But heading on to the Zoas here, and the chalice. This chalice is just completely covered the actual plate that it was on. And as you can see, these monitors are all fantastic. They're all doing really good spreading. My only regret is that I didn't stick some little pieces of frags. This could have grown on, but now obviously we can't because it's actually based on the rock. And my rainbow chalice is finally beginning to completely spread onto that frag. Now I'm really happy with that. Just raising it up that few inches, which was on the floor, raising it up from there to there. It's about 3.5 inch. Has made all the world of difference, in my opinion. It's definitely started to base out more, and I'm really happy. Candy canes, Duncans, the mushrooms, all the other usual stuff is looking fantastic. Once again, all growing, good polyp extension, basing out, which is what you want. Then we move on just along here, this purple one and green base, which I don't even know what it is as you can see, starting to sprout up. And then we have this one just at the back here, and as you can see, just look at that now, all new growth on that now, which is great, fantastic, really good, really happy. So I'm hoping that it's just going to spout all the way up and turn into like some sort of big plate. That's my hope. Whether it'll do it, well, only time will see. But the Montipores on the back walls beginning to spread out. I'm going to probably take this pulsing xenia off, scrape it off because it's doing my head in, and it just gets absolutely everywhere. I've actually took a lot of it out, which was all on this rock, scraped it all off and took that off. So yeah, we'll scrape that, and then hopefully I cannot wait for that to just encrust over. I was going to contemplate getting a piece of the grafted Monty and stick that here, maybe just on this ledge, just here, and see how that does there. Let me know what you think, guys. You think I should do that? Get a piece of grafted Monty and put it there. I was thinking how good it would be if it's spiraled just there. That would look fantastic. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you think I should do that. As you can see, all the rest of the SPS is all growing really good. This one here that was having coral warfare with this, it started to heal, but it's started to lip out now. As you can see, there's a lip there. Just there. And it's actually, obviously it stopped basing, so it was great, you know. All of the others, all really good, colourful. All of these other SPS, polyp extension is fantastic. And yeah, everything's just growing really good, guys. I've got really nothing to complain about. The clam, and as you can remember, I had a clam in the other tank, in the nano. This is the other, but just look at the size of this, guys, and the colour of it. That was in my nano, and as you can see, just look at the size of it. This was when I got it. This here was there, just that size. So it's completely doubled in size of when I've got it. Now I can't complain about that. This is the Redsea rock that I had in my nano. I've took that out. I've basically moved this mushroom just across, and this lever just across a bit to make way for this, because I didn't want these to go. Some lovely pink diamonds, some candy canes, green apples, BBBs, nice piece of jack-o'-lantern there, and yeah, everything looking really nice there. So there's the gold chalice. I've just stuck him on that ledge. Might have to move him because I don't think he's going to get enough light there, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. As you can see, I'm running out of real estate, guys, so really don't know what to do now with it all. But what I did do and what I did purchase, guys, was I purchased, which a lot of you would have guessed anyway, is a war paint scholar. Now this is fantastic. Feed it once a week. Some mysis, some, and then I also feed it some Polyp Lab, the powder, and it's just thrives. It's just loving life. You know what I mean? It's really nice. Got it from out of the Blue Marines in Stockport. In Failsworth, and yeah, if you're in the Manchester area, get over there, because he does have some really good showstopper pieces, especially some Scullies. Or just contact him, let him know what you want, and he'll see where he can get it. Stevie in the shop, he's a fantastic lad. But like I said, guys, this is just a quick look of the tank. And like I said, shutting down the nano was a bit gutting, but I think it's just going to make this tank look even better. Then I can concentrate on it. But what I do want to know, guys, is what you think I should get here. I'm looking at getting another torch. Now, obviously, I've got the Holy Grail green one here, the Indo, and the Dragon Soul. So what other torch should I get, do you think? That purple one, before I forget, is just there. For some reason, guys, as you can see, it started to completely bleach. Now, I don't know why. My phosphates did go high, and the reason because of that was because I just wasn't paying attention, and I didn't really care. You know, it just got to that point where I wasn't bothered about anything. I think obviously because I was ill, stuff like that, I just didn't want to, I couldn't be bothered with sorting anything out of the tank. And when I tested my phosphates were at 0.44, so they were really high, and that was only, what, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Now I tested it yesterday, and they've come down to 0.16, so big drop. Started to put the roll phos, because I don't run the roll phos all the time in my tank, as you know, but I've put it in the NIOS, and yeah, set that going, and changed the filter roll on the Clarity. My last filter roll, guys, if you've obviously thinking in the mindset of getting one of these, my last filter roll lasted me 4 months. Now 4 months it's lasted me for that filter roll. I actually looked back and I clicked it on a calendar, and it's lasted me 4 months. I changed that 2 days ago, and yeah, really one of the best pieces of kit you can get for your tank, especially if you've got tangs in your tank and fish that poop a lot, which tangs certainly do. But like I said, guys, let me know what you think. Torch could go here, and also another showpiece stopper for this rock. We're looking at I need a good quality top piece of SPS there to stand that out, and I think once that SPS is just there, moving it, and then a few little flags down this side, I think it's going to look, it'll look incredible. So yeah, once again, guys, that's just a little show of the tank. Hopefully you liked it, and like I said, Thanks for your continued support on Instagram and also on the YouTube. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers on Instagram, which is a big achievement for me. I know I don't take it as serious as as others do, but I just like to show my tank and hopefully can help people out. Also, there's a guy on there called Redsea Aquatics. He's only just started getting his tank going. I've given him a few pointers, in the right direction. Hopefully he takes it on board, and hopefully just following his journey. He's setting up a little fluval nano tank, and yeah, I can't wait to see what he does with it. So definitely check him out on Instagram, and yeah, obviously support him if you can. So once again, guys, thanks for your support. Also, don't forget to check us out on Friday night live streams. We're going to obviously be still doing that. I think this Friday it's going to be on Ross's channel. So if you're watching this from the 16th of this month of August, then you obviously check it out, because I think it's on Ross's channel. So just head over to Instagram and there'll be a post on whose channel it's going to be on. So I know this is a long one, guys. It's over 21 minutes or so, but I just thought I'd let you know that I'm back and I'm going to be posting more videos up. So once again, click the like and subscribe, leave any comments below, and yeah, I always get back to you. And yeah, once again, I'll see you on the next video, or I'll see you on the live stream. So take care, guys, and happy reefing. Cheers.